All right, bonk price update. So after the breakthrough a couple weeks back, we're consolidating perfect flag formation, put it on closing prices. This is fine. This is what we want to have happen. A big breakout, simmer down, and then you can go again. So where could we project this holds? Well, EMA 8's a pretty good spot. If we zoom in to the shorter time frames, you might see a little bit better spot. So we'll do that in just a moment. But looking at closing prices, we should not be going back below this guy. So around the 3,500 mark. So let's zoom in and see if that holds true even on the 3-day. So right now we're consolidating just above the EMA 8, which is a great sign. If we could do this on the weekly, even better. And then just can build your steam and the pressure up, and then you can explode again like this. So ideally, hold along this EMA 8, but historically, like BONK hasn't really had an explosive move yet. This is really the first one, arguably. So we don't have a lot to go on. But this is definitely the range high resistance that's broken through and should hold us support. So again, that 3,500 level from the weekly on the 3-day still holds above the 21 EMA, this yellow line. Perfect. Also, at this zone. Perfect. BONK's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, right? Structurally, great. Let's go in even more to the daily. This is where it starts to lose a little bit of its footing, and you could argue like a lot of meme coins are going to need to wait till full-blown alt season, which I think comes when Bitcoin dominance is under 54%. We're not that far from it. Could take a couple more weeks. Maybe it's even early next year, right? I don't know, but a lot of memes will kind of simmer off perhaps until then. And this daily chart kind of backs that up a little bit because you start to lose the median Bollinger Band line here as support, the 21 as support. Like if we don't hold this again, we could come back down a little bit more. But again, 3,500 level for BONK is really where you got to remain bullish until it closes under that. And I like the chances because that's also our low here. That's the 50-day EMA right there. At the top of this resistance zone that we looked at initially on the weekly. So BONK's still looking good. I still have high hopes for BONK. I think it can do fantastic. And, Fibonacci levels are not really going to help on meme coins in general. And certainly not just these little, tide pool waves that we have here. So if you're wondering, like, what's the projection, right? The sky's kind of the limit for meme coins. 10 billion. Last cycle, Dogecoin hit 80, 90 billion. So the sky's literally the limit. Is BONK going to be that guy this time? Maybe, right? Structurally, it's looking okay on the macro. So let's give it some time and patience, and just appreciate what's happened so far. We're going into flag formation, perfect structure setup. Don't lose sight on it. The worst thing you can do, in my opinion, right now is get too impatient and start switching coins. That's a recipe for disaster. So if you bought in, my suggestion, right, not financial advice, is to just frickin' hold. That's usually the best strategy. Don't overthink this.